come on over. It still says you found me. Yay. Does it seem better? Because it still says I have a bad connection. But it's raining, and the is much lower than our internet in New York. But because we live out in the country, per se, here, it's the only internet service, the best internet service we can get. So I'm kind of stuck with it unless I figure out a way to get my computer to work on it, and then I can have it hardwired. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. Welcome. Roy, Brandy said to hold up an antenna for us.
There isn't any faster service than 30 miles. DSL is the best you can get here.
I'm still bleeping in and out. Well, this is going to be the best we can do, ladies. I'm sorry. If it irritates you, you know, I don't blame you for leaving, because it would probably drive me crazy. But, so we won't stay on long tonight. How's that? And I'll shoot again for Sunday. But I am going to have a new giveaway. And what I want you guys to do... in New York, if we didn't have the booster inside our house for Verizon, we would have to go out in the driveway, hold our hand up in the air with the cell phone and one leg up, and then dial, because we got no service. Don't forget thumbs up, ladies. I see one of you have already done it. But anyway, so we're going to have... Hi, Jan's Crazy Life. How are you? Yes, happy Wednesday. That's right. And I know my connection is bad. I'm going to try and figure it out before I come back. Hi, Crafty Joy. Did you get your second package? I hope so. Anyway, I'm going to have another giveaway. And what I want you guys to do is... Okay, Nana, thank you for stopping in. Yep, come back and watch the replay so you can find out what I want you to do for the giveaway. So what I want you to do, thank you, Mom. What I want you to do for the giveaway this time is just write a very short answer to what do you want to be remembered about you? Super simple. What do you want people to remember about you here in the craft world or wherever? I think that's a pretty good one, don't you guys? I think that's a good question. So just a short little... Oh, Joy, what am I going to do with you, girl? There you go. But you have to do it when I upload the video, honey. You have to come back and answer it in the comments, because I'll pick a random comment. Okay, Jan? Because that's how I do it. I go by the comments and I let YouTube do it. So, okay? Okay, Chronic, you missed it. The question is, what do you want to be remembered by, whether it's in the crafty world or outside? I used to have a thing when I worked at the TV station. On my screensaver was, how did it go? How? I want to leave my legacy. How will you remember me? I know, kind of corny, but that was my thing for those years. Okay, good. Yeah, but you have to answer it not now, but when I upload the video, you have to come back in and do the comment. So, okay. So, Chronic, your name is Angela, and I should have remembered that. Hi, Joyce. How are you? How are you? So that is going to be the question for the giveaway. And of course, I will do that on Sunday because I've been trying to get regular being on here on Wednesday and Sunday. Usually it isn't a problem. Oh, absolutely, Nadia. Do you want me to stop and do it now? I will absolutely do that. What is your husband's name? Did he have a heart attack, Nadia? Boy, you guys have been through the mill this year. Okay, I'm just waiting for her to answer me his manual. Okay, let's go ahead. Lord, we just come to you today, and Lord, we praise you. We give you thanks for the things that you do for us, and even sometimes for the things you don't do for us, because you know better than we do. And Lord, we just claim victory over Manuel's health. Lord, we just know that you are a God that hears us, that knows us. You know Manuel, you know where his heart is, Lord. We just pray that you would give him courage to fight the battle and the doctor's wisdom to know what to do to help him. We ask that you would give Nadia the kind of love and understanding, and I don't want to say patience. I don't like to pray for patience, Lord, but you know what I mean, that she would have that peace that she needs to get through this. They have been through so much this year, Lord, but what doesn't kill us, Lord, it teaches us and it makes us draw closer to you. And we just pray that you would draw closer to Nadia and Manuel and the family members there. We just pray that you would draw close to them, reveal yourself to them, and show them that you are at work in this situation. Lord, none of us ever want to lose somebody we love. So we just pray that you would be with them in such a special way that they would know, that they would hear that little voice in their ear saying, I am with you. I have not left you. I am in control. God, you are in control. You are the healer of all healers. And there is nobody greater than you. And we know that we can call on the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And where two or more gathered, Lord, you hear our cries. And we just pray that you would be with Nadia in a special, special way this evening and in the days to come, Lord. Just bring a peace over her about everything that's going on. Help her to take a deep breath and hand it to you, Lord. Give it to you and say, thy will, thy will. Lord, we just pray this in a special way for Nadia and for Emmanuel, and we just, anyone else that is in this chat room with us tonight that may have things going on that maybe they don't even want to talk about, we just pray, Lord, that you would give them peace and calmness in this time of trials that so many are going through, whether it's health or financial or just a whole lot of stress that has come into their lives. We just pray that you would give them a peace. Be with them, Lord. Reveal yourself to them. We declare this in your name, that all things would happen for the good of Christ and his kingdom. We pray this in your precious and wonderful name. Amen. Nadia, I will continue to pray for Manuel. Absolutely. Strength. Exactly. Oh, yeah. She has had one thing after another, haven't you, Nadia? It has been a very trying last several months for her and her family in Puerto Rico. Absolutely, Mom. Absolutely. I know there are things going on. So for everybody, prayers for Candy. Okay. You're welcome, guys. It's just... Oh, no. Is this the brother that just had the accident that almost died? We have this. Yes, exactly, Brandy. There you go. Thank you for that. Absolutely. Yes. Oh my gosh, Andrea. Whew, what happened to her? Yes, Brandy, Hey, Jerissa, aloha. Oh my goodness. See, we don't know what's going on in people's lives. Oh, double pneumonia and sepsis. Oh, bad. I will. What's her name, Andrea? I'm going to write it down. But that's why I included everybody. My favorite verse, though I have many. Yep. That's right. And you know what? Candy. Okay, Candy. I saw that too, Andrea. Okay, hang on. See, I don't even have my papers near me. That's all right. I'll use a journaling card for now. That's what they're there for, right? You got it. I'm going to start my new prayer list. There, and my pencil broke. Candy. Okay, fine. I'll get a pen. More than one way to skin a rat. Candy. Manuel. Wow, that's a lot of flu there, Deb. Woo! What's their grades there? Okay, what's your praise, Angela? Yeah, that's a lot. K through 5 and that many kids out of school? Did they close the school for an epidemic? Because in New York, that's what they would have done. If they hit so many of the same thing, like whatever, they have to close the school. That is awesome, Angela. That is awesome. Praise God for that. Wow. That is awesome. Years ago when I was a single mom, I didn't have heat in the house. I didn't tell anyone. I mean, I was too proud to tell anyone, but I had 2 kerosene heaters that me and the kids used, and I would leave them running when I'd leave the house because, you know, I didn't want pipes to freeze. Well, I came home one day off the school bus because I rode on my daughter's school bus, and there on the door was taped an envelope, and on the envelope it said, please fill your oil furnace, your oil tank, and do something special for your kids. There was enough money in there to fill my oil tank, and then we bought a pizza. Because that was a big deal, being a single mom. $50 a week is all I got from my ex-husband for 3 kids. And I couldn't work a regular job for having a handicapped child. So to me, that was an angel, because nobody, not even my best friend, knew we didn't have any heat. Nobody. So that's right. So you just don't know, you know, you just don't know. So that's why I always try and pay it forward when I can, because you don't know what somebody else's day is like. It only takes a little bit to be kind, to be nice. So, I used to buy whoever was behind me at Dunkin' Donuts in the drive-thru. I used to buy their, I haven't done that in a while, but it didn't matter how much it cost, you know. Yeah, my husband's in there laughing because he quit filling my card because I was giving money away, he said. The hospitals are out of fluid. Yes, Angela, that's... So anyway, so that's why I always try and pay it forward. Me too. It gives me so much satisfaction to do random acts of kindness. And that's why I do the weekly drawings here, because, you know, everybody has a shot at it. And, you know, it'll brighten somebody's day. So whatever the case, if I knew other crafters, I would just, you know, probably invite them in for lunch and a craft day, but I don't, so this is what I do. So, Deb, where in Indiana do you live? I think I know this, but I went to high school in Gary, Indiana. And I lived in Hobart, Indiana. Aw, thank you, Brandy. Evansville, okay. My godson lives in Indianapolis. He's a principal of a school, a Christian school. And like I said, all my kids were born in Maryville. Hello, Isabel. How are you? Really? Yeah, see? Small world. Hi, Joyce. How are you? Bye, Mom. Take care. God bless. Okay, we'll talk to you later, honey. Hi, Itty Bitty. Yes, she is an awesome young lady. She really is. I really, really enjoyed watching her video. Or her live feed. I was sad that I had to keep coming in and out trying to find her on Facebook, but we finally figured it out. So welcome to our channel. We're just having a nice little chit chat. So Itty, is your real name Angie? Is that... Oh, yeah. Wow, see, it's a smaller world than you think. Oh, that's not good. Okay, Angie, I tried to remember that, but I'm horrible with names, so please don't, you know. Hi, Purple Cottage, which I assume your real name must be Abby, since Brandy knows everybody, and she just called you Abby. So nice to meet you. Yes. That's right. Michelle did tell you to come over, and I appreciate that. Nice to meet you, Abby, and thank you for the awesome comment. So the question for this week's drawing, for those that just came in, is what do you want to be remembered by? Whether it's crafting or in your other world, what do you want people to remember you by? And after I upload the video, you leave it in a comment, and then I'll use the random random comment picker. I can never say that. Hello, Happy, Happy, Happy. How are you? Thanks, Isabel. for doing that. Which one? Oh, yeah. And you guys are going to see that I keep having a bad connection because where we are in Georgia, we have horrible internet. So we just have to learn to deal with it. I went out once and came back in, but it didn't seem to make any difference. Happy Mail, since you found out you could use your phone, you have been using your phone, girl. Good for you. Always purple for Abby. Okay. So Abby was the one that they were teasing about something purple the other day, right?
Hey, Judy,
Yeah.
you could try hotspotting your phone and do it.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'll do that next time, honey. Your crap. What are you making? That's all right. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it's always fun. Abby and Laurel are purple lovers. Okay, I do remember that. I remember Laurel. That's what it was. Oh, look up purple. You'll see my face. That's cute. Wow, good for you guys. I'm trying to figure out how I can craft and still read the comments, and I can't. That's all right, Nadia. Do what you need to do. You guys need to keep Nadia. Her husband is not doing well. He had emergency surgery a couple days ago. And also Candy is Andrea's sister-in-law, who is in ICU with double pneumonia and septic. I can't say it. So please keep them in your prayers, guys. Oh, yeah, I fight all the time with YouTube. A tome. Large book from scratch. Is that what a tome is called? Because to me, they still look like junk journals. And Michelle's always saying, I have a tome for sale. And I'm like, what is a tome? Aw, Abby, that is so cool. Don't you? It looks just like a junk journal to me, so I don't know what the difference is. Miss Violet. Okay, I'll have to check that out when I'm done. What class? Huh. Who gives a class and is it on this thing called tomes? What are we going to need tissues for to see this book? Oh boy. It's another name for a large book like an encyclopedia or dictionary. Oh, okay. Now I watched Nick the Booksmith. And I also watched the Rebookery, I think her name is. Oh, okay. I'll have to go back in and maybe that's not who I watch. Your hubby bought a course for Michelle and I. Where at? I mean, is it... Oh, no. When are you putting it up, Abby?
Turn on the air conditioner.
Oh, okay, that's where I've seen her name before, because she gives online classes. But I thought maybe you had to be already an expert to take one of these classes. It didn't sound like it was a beginner course. Now, something that I've noticed on these tomes is the raised, I want to say embossed image. Do you guys put that on, or does it come on the front of the book? Because I have not seen anything like that on any book that I have looked at. And excuse the mess, guys, because I was telling the girls, see, we brought up my stuff from New York to here for the winter, and I brought way more than I thought I had, and I didn't have enough room, so we ran to IKEA today, much to my husband's dismay, because our house is filled with stickly furniture, and he is not happy about having something from IKEA, but it's my room, and I'll put in IKEA if I want to. So it's a mess, but in the next 2-3 days, it should all be cleaned up. If you go to Nick the Books, oh, okay, it's part. So, Brandy, have you taken the course before? Okay, bye, Joy. Let me know that you got that, okay?
Like I say, I've got a fight going with eBay again, but other than that. So I've been banished again, so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's top secret. You pay for it or you don't know. That's fine. That's you know what? I appreciate that because it's kind of like a copyright thing, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. A little ridiculous, but whatever.
Oh, okay. That's cool. So do you do it the online course? Do you do it online? That's what I was trying to say. Or is it someplace you go to take it? Because you and Michelle both got it. So how are you taking it together? Do you live in the same town? You're going to go over and take it together? Our house in New York is filled with antiques. But our house in New York is 180 years old. And this house is a little more, well, a lot newer. It's only 20 years old, so. Oh, okay, okay. I will. So, Brandy, your husband collects antiques? I love old stuff. I love it. Now, my husband stopped at an antique store on the way back so I could go through it. They had some stuff in there, but let me tell you, when people start figuring out that, you know, people are going to use my junk to make something, let me tell you that the price goes from 50 cents to $15. Last year when we were in there, that stuff wouldn't have cost half of what they charge right now. I left with nothing. Hi, Dana. So we're going to a flea market on Monday on our way to a tractor show. So I hope to find some good stuff there. Oh, okay. I missed how, oh yeah. Your house was built in 1892. Do you know the history of your house? Our house was built in what?
1865.
1865. And I'm going to try and get the history of the house in a quick little thing right. And my husband will correct me, of course, if I'm wrong.
I'll just shut up.
No, you won't. I want you to correct me.
Oh.
The house started... The house started off as a carriage house, correct?
Stagecoach stop.
Sorry, stagecoach stop. That's how the house started off. Then it went to It was lost in a gambling.
I don't know.
It was lost in a gambling debt. Okay. So the man lost the stagecoach stop, or the stagecoach stopped, whatever the case. It became a carriage house, right?
No.
No, it became a what?
Chicken farm.
A chicken farm. I keep getting the carriage house in there. It became a chicken farm, and that man was a horse trader.
No, that was somewhere in between there. Yeah.
Okay, so it went from being the whatever. I'll get it next time. Don't worry about it. I'll get it when my husband is closer. I have a question. How do you show how many people follow you? I can't seem to find it. Right where it says subscribers, like under my name, over on the left-hand side when you're looking at it, it'll tell you how many subscribers you have. Really? That is cool, Brandy. They have the original plat from the owners that stowed away in the attic. That is cool. That is awesome. Hi, Michelle. We were just talking about you. Were your ears ringing? Abby, right? Itty is Abby. Was your house part of the Underground Railroad? Where I lived in Pennsylvania before I met my husband, Montrose, Pennsylvania, and Hot Bottom, Pennsylvania. Montrose was part of the Underground Railroad, but Hot Bottom was part of the Ku Klux Klan. And my physical therapist secretary lived in one of the head of the Ku Klux Klan's home, and on her fireplace mantle, she rented it, so she couldn't take it off. But on the mantle, engraved in the stone, was KKK and some sort of symbol that they had. Really creepy. But, oh, underground to run alcohol. Gotcha. You go to the library or the historical society, or as our pastor calls it, the hysterical society. Yeah, you got to do a lot of research. That's all right. Work on your journal. What did you do to your finger, Dana? It is. You know, I have never been a big history buff, but I love knowing about the environment around me. You know, like when I lived in Gary, Indiana, the railroad tracks, they are the central location, East Chicago, central location where all the railroad tracks from all the different companies cross. So there is not one street you can go on that doesn't have a railroad track crossing. So, just things like that, simple things. Oh, you got such a sweet, sweet package there, Brandy. What a friend you have. Let me tell you, honey. What did you do, Dana? Tried to slice your finger off? Yep. That's right. Well, see, and where I was at, it's not that far from the New York line. Matter of fact, I'm just over in New York now. Oh, I bet. I would have cried too. Oh. Yeah, I loved it all. Yep. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. That's just nasty. They are, and the first time, well, not the first time I used them, but within the first month, I got myself. I know I was too. I was like, oh my gosh, what a sweet friend. But I want to go where Michelle shops because we don't have anything like that in New York or Georgia. I'm going. I want to go to her shop because what an awesome haul she had the other day. Really? That's cool. Happy. That's very cool. Oh, no, you're not supposed to sharpen them. Very good stuff, Michelle. I was jealous. I think I told you in the comments. Jealous. Green with envy. Yes, she did. Yeah. Yeah, there's some scissors you just don't ever sharpen because they'll never be the same. And because they have the little bit of serrated edge on them, they're not sharpened. You can't sharpen them. And really, you don't notice that serrated edge till you cut yourself. Trust me. Then you notice it in a real big hurry. Group hug. Go ahead, Crafty. Chronic. You go ahead and sing. I sang on one of my videos already. You know what? I think I dropped 50 subbies. Oh, just kidding. Oh, that's all right, Abby. Wow. I love to sing too, but people just don't love to hear me, Deb. It just isn't a pretty tune, but you know, I don't care. I just belt one out when I'm in the mood to belt one out. You talk your song? Aw, Brandy, don't get all mushy. You'll make me cry. I can sign that one, Dana. I used to be able to sign. I can still read lips most of the time. Every once in a while I can't. I mean, let me correct that. I can read lips sometimes, but most of the time anymore I can't because I'm out of practice. But I used to be able to sign a lot, and now when you don't use it, you lose it. I haven't heard that one. Yeah, Brandy, you're going to make us all cry. Andrea, you know I'm crazy. Yep, that's me. I listen to contemporary Christian all the time. Yes, sing the one you wrote for her. Yeah, sing it so we can hear it though, please. Okay, I'm going to hold you to that. I will remember that. Okay, Dana, be right back. Who is it? Pink Poodle. If you give her whatever they call that, money chat or whatever, she'll sing. Yeah, Brandy has a ton of cool friends. It's called Michelle the Crafting Cobbler. Okay, can't wait to hear that. Name that oh yeah, we have church ain't going nowhere. I don't know that tune. Kirk Franklin's God's Property. Yeah, I want to hear it too, Abby. Yeah. Well, I'm terrible with names, even on songs that I sing all the time. I can't tell you who sings them. Don't pee yourself, Abby. It wouldn't be a pretty picture. Or, no, not Abby. Purple. See? Hi, how are you? Glad you joined us. Misty, I'm good, honey. I was telling people about you the other day. Hopefully people came over and caught you. I loved your work. And I was just telling them that I was sorry I had to keep going in and out. I tied up dude so I can be here. I was amazed at your kids' age difference, but I know so many more people that have those age differences in kids anymore. Yeah, it was really fun. Is your sister feeling any better? LaQuenta Gibson, how is everyone? So sorry. You're not late, honey. You're on your own time. You are not late. What's your real name? Is LaQuenta your real name, and am I pronouncing it correctly? Good, good, good. I'm glad to hear that, because I was thinking about her because she wasn't feeling good. Cup of Cake. Who is Cup of Cake? That's your sister, right? Is somebody trying to confuse me? Oh, okay, but that's not her real name. She gave me her real name and now I can't remember it. Well, I'm glad you're here. I am very glad you're here. We do more chit-chatting than anything else, but you guys go ahead and craft and you can listen to me yap and then come up and see. Itty Bitty is Angie, yep. And the other, what is it? Is Abby. Abby's the purple. Abby is the purple. You know, I thought you said you made that for me, and I'm like, why did she make that for me? But, you know, she doesn't even know where I live. I will have to message it to you when I get off here. I'll try and remember. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. Michelle is salt and I am pepper. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Hi, Kathy. Aw, thanks, Misty. Thank you. Again, I'll go through what the question for this week is, and I do the drawing on Sunday. When I upload the video, please leave in the comment section, what do you want to be remembered by? Whether it's your crafty world or your real world, I guess. That's not really a good. Salt, pepper, and cupcakes. Okay, she's white and you're black. Okay, I kind of got that salt and pepper thing. I kind of got that one, but... Oh, okay. Well, me and my girlfriend were always Mutt and Jeff. Yeah, so... And when three of us were together, it was the Three Stooges, but the one kind of fell off in high school, so... Okay, yeah, well, yeah. You're brown. You're not black, you're brown. That's okay. Hello, Daisy. If I move my head, you can see what a disaster I have made of my home here right now. But I'm going to get it together in the next 2 days. I will have my IKEA things put together, and all this mess that I had no more room for because I brought too much is going to be in those cabinets. And then I'll give you a quick little zip around of my room here. So yeah, but I have been putting together IKEA cabinets. It only took me an hour to do the first cabinet, but I still have 7 drawers, which the drawers are the easy stuff. So, but I have 4 cabinets to do. I have a gift of gab too. So, I guess that's my biggest gift. No, Carrie, I was going to, but I got so involved in this whole disaster area that I did not get any posted. And so I will definitely do that. Well, you know what? I'll put on a couple tomorrow. Definitely do that tomorrow. Because we can't leave the house tomorrow because they're coming to fix our windshield. That broke before we left New York, and my husband took it down to have it fixed because it had to be done inside. And they ordered the wrong one. They ordered the one for my truck, and I have a Ram 1500. My husband has a Ram 3500. Definitely not the same windshield. So he has to, they're going to come to the house. Oh, Dana, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I get timed out all the time for talking too much, Michelle. We know. It's called Judy, shh, because YouTube says you talk too much. Thank you, Daisy. I do. I talk too much. Chronic, Got Juice, Abby, and Michelle. No, I'm just me. I hate timeout too. It's like being sent to the principal's office and you got something to say and they won't let you type it. And by the time you get to type it, that whole conversation is over. I don't understand why they just won't let you type what you need to type. It makes me so mad. You're not a big talker. Well, I'm a good listener when I need to be a listener. In this live feed, I have to be a talker because otherwise you guys would be bored to death and you wouldn't come back. So I am a yep. I know. Well, tonight, Dana, when you guys were doing that live feed with Crystal and whoever else, who's leaving? Oh, bye, Michelle. Thank you for coming by and supporting me. God bless. I didn't understand anything because they were all talking at once. That's why I just said, okay, I'm done with this. Well, yeah, I know you, Dana. You usually do have a smart comment back. Don't forget to come back, Michelle, and leave a comment later. Yeah. So I don't know if anyone else got that from that feed, but it was just everyone trying to talk over everyone. And yeah, exactly, Dana. So I think, you know, when you have those live, what did they call those feeds? Brandy helps a lot with those. But I think just having 2 people and the one holding the feed is more than enough because otherwise it just got too confusing. Hi, Patricia. How are you? Too many cooks in the kitchen make for a very bad stew. Absolutely. How are you doing, Patricia? Glad to see you made it. Yes. Well, they weren't reading the chat. They were all chatting. So that, and there was no flipping from person to person, so you knew what they were talking about. They were just all talking and all crafting. So, oh no, Patricia. So yeah, it was just massive confusion. I listened for about a half hour, but I finally had to shut it off. It just gets my anxiety up when you can't understand anybody because they're all trying to talk over the other one. It's like, oh, but yeah, Dana, you started typing in. So yeah, it's very chaotic. So, you know, I knew what you were saying because you were typing it. What's wrong, Patricia? What's wrong, honey? Yeah, that's me too. I have a prayer list going, ladies. Nadia's husband, Manuel, is in the hospital. He had emergency surgery. He's not doing well, so we need to keep her and Manuel in our prayers. And also, Andrea's sister-in-law, Candy, is in ICU with double pneumonia and systemic. Is that the right word? So we need to be praying for her because that's very dangerous. So, and obviously Patricia. And like I told the ladies earlier, we never know what people are going through, except yeah, that's it. So, absolutely, you know that's what I do. And yes, ladies, I do pray openly on YouTube, and I always say, if it's going to offend you, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you decide to click off. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, Patricia, do you want me to pray for you now, honey, or do you want me to pray just later in my own prayers? Is it pneumonia or COPD? Everybody went quiet. Why is everybody quiet? There. Okay, well, I'll just pray later, Patricia, in my own time, okay? Because I don't want to put anyone on the spot, so that's what I'll do. Bronchitis. Oh, my mother battled that for 3 weeks, Patricia. I will definitely be praying for you. Yes, you are praying, Dana. I know. You're a praying girl, too. I didn't hear that till today. Had it been out there already? I've been so busy working on this disaster, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to do a whole lot of YouTube, but I've been trying to scan. Absolutely, honey. That's what it's just what I do. If I'm moved to do it, I'm going to do it. So, and I think that's what honors God, is when he puts that little voice in your ear, do it. Yes. We did pray earlier for Manuel and, well, I prayed actually for everybody. So, but Manuel, for Nadia, and you know. But if you have prayer requests, if you just tell me, then tonight when I'm trying to go to sleep, I do prayer while I'm trying to fall asleep because I'm a terrible sleeper. And then during the day, I do what I call biddy prayers. When somebody comes to mind, I think, okay, God must want me to pray, so I do a biddy prayer, you know, and a little prayer, figuring God gave me that name, so this is what I need to do. Because sometimes names will come at me from nowhere and for no reason. There was no reason for me to be thinking about that person or doing anything. But I always figure if he brings me to mind or brings them to my mind, I need to be praying for them. So, yep. Or if I'm in my car just singing away and something comes to mind, I'll just stop singing and start praying. And when people see my mouth running in my car, they have no idea if I'm singing or praying. Thank you, Misty, but it's just, oh, he's all right. He has chronic sinus problems, Brandy. No need to worry. He's had it all his life. He's just constantly filled up with junk. But anyway, so yep. And I think if more people would do that, we'd have less issues in the world. But that's not what the Bible said is going to happen. So, aw, precious. Dana, don't even start. Okay, Brandy. Don't you even start with the precious Roy thing again. Ah. Oh my goodness. Who started that anyway? That's right. And our kids needed it. That's half the problem. Is that they've taken it out of the church. I mean, out of the, well, even out of the church anymore. They've taken it out of the school and I don't know. Well, I'm glad, Daisy. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I know it wasn't you. I'm trying to think of who it was. She was on the other night and said the same thing. Oh, well, who was that? Yep. The original church that I went to, when I first started going, there were 50 people, and I am literally telling you, we really were in the middle of a cow pasture. The church was in the middle of a cow pasture, and during service, you would hear all these cows mooing and cooing and whatever cows do. But because their pastor really pushed for the families to bring their grandchildren and bring their nieces and nephews. And once they did, and they had a youth group and all that, and then the youth group, they encouraged to invite friends from school. And when I left that church, when I moved to New York and left that church, the youth group alone was 120 plus kids, high school kids. I am not kidding you. They grew so big that they end up building a new church, you know, further away. But they've outgrown that one too. So yes. Oh yeah. Youth groups can be amazing for kids. So, I mean, my boys were very active in it. Now, I will tell you, my boys were far, far, far from angels. And my son still is far from an angel. But they have that ground, and God will continue to seek the one sheep that is lost. He will leave 99 behind to go look for the one. And I truly believe that God is searching constantly to bring my son back to the fold. And my son is slowly starting to get back to that. So We will see what God does in his life. But I have been away and I come back. So yes, it does. It gives them ground. So absolutely. They got to have that solid foundation to be able to have something to fall back on, even if they do wander away. Oh, every Wednesday? Really? That's cool. See, they have it once a year at the schools around here, except for the one that my boys went to. And then because the youth group was so big in that school, I think they had it once a week. And they also had release time where the church could go and pick up the smaller kids and take them to Bible study once a week for, I think, 45 minutes. So that's cool, Deb. Yeah, you're very fortunate for that. I am very fortunate that my godson, who didn't grow up Christian, became Christian. You know, he was really in a very dark area through high school, and I was so afraid that he was going to end his life. He would send me these letters, and I was like, oh my Lord, what is he listening to? What is he thinking? And me and a friend of mine just constantly prayed for that boy, and he is now a principal at a Christian school. He has 5 children, and so, yep. Yep, they do here too. Even here in Georgia, believe it or not, they teach evolution. And my grandson, when of course he's Asperger's, but, you know, he told the teacher, no, you know, the Bible says, and she was a Christian. She understood what he was saying, but she had to teach the curriculum. And no, he left the classroom. He was so upset, you know, but being Asperger's, that thing's going to happen. If people are not on track with you, there's going to be an issue. But God love him. He just stood his ground and took his Bible into school. And yep, it does confuse them. It truly does confuse them, because you're telling them one thing at home and the school is telling them something else. And I think as a parent, you should have the right to teach your children creation and not have the school tell them, no, your parents are wrong. You evolved from an ape. Come on. Really? Yeah. So, because that's just a science. That's all that is. That's just a science. And so, no. No. Yeah, I am very fortunate that my kids are older than that, and they didn't have that nonsense in school, because I'd have been down there and probably arrested. Oh, that's too bad, Dana. But, you know, you get that. I've always told my kids, even in church, you're going to get hypocrites. It's just the way that life is. You have to learn to discern, how do I want to say it? True faith, I guess is the word. Just have to learn to discern it. So, but good night, Nadia. I will continue to pray for you and your husband, honey. Love you, girl. Are you kidding? Oh, shoot, you got them all over here in Georgia and in New York. Matter of fact, I almost think the ones in my New York church are more interracial. That wouldn't affect anything here or there. No, we have a lot of that. You know what? It doesn't bother me. God doesn't say that you have to be equally yoked in color. Doesn't say anything about that. Oh my gosh, people are crazy. But I was told by a girlfriend of mine before I became a Christian she couldn't take me to her church because I was divorced. Well, don't you ask why you're divorced? Hello? Oh my goodness, Daisy, that's crazy. Yeah, see, that wouldn't work at our place because my pastor in my New York home, he had 3 boys of his own. He has fostered, I think she said 50 kids, but he has adopted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. And he still fosters 2 kids. They are with him. A long story short, they're both black. Their mother and father lost custody of them. They were put into foster care. My pastor fostered them for years, and Dad is now back on track. So what pastor does is he gives the dad the money for the foster care so that he has a home to live in, so he's not homeless, and his 2 children can stay with him during the week, and then they come to pastor's house on the weekend. How is that for awesome? Now the one boy is now in the army, so they still have the one girl, but yeah, and we have tons and tons of interracial families in our church that adopt and foster kids that have been put out there by parents that just don't know how to take care of them, or drugs, or whatever the case. That's right. God's love doesn't have a color. And if you ever did some real investigating on color, Jesus was not white. I don't care what anyone says. I am about as white can get, but Jesus would not have been white because he wasn't white. His ethnical background would not have made his skin white. His skin would have been either a light to medium brown. So, you know, you just, I don't understand this whole thing with color. Yeah, you really got to watch the, I don't know. Who's Rudy? You know what? In my last marriage, like I said, we lived in Gary, Indiana and Hobart, Indiana. And my husband was robbed. My husband at the time was robbed at knife point at a bar after work because he worked the night shift. In the mill, you changed every week. So he was working 12 to 7. So he got out of his car and a guy approached him. Now, the first thing people said to him, was he black? No. Just because you lived in Gary, Indiana doesn't mean that he's black. You know? So no, it wasn't like that. Now, the only issue is they took his keys and his wallet. So the police called, and this is before cell phones, and said, you need to go to another home, to the neighbor's home, so that we can come and make sure that they aren't headed to your house, because he didn't have any money on him, you know, not enough to say so. But yeah, it's that stereotyping. Yeah. So it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm 57 Heinz. That's all I can tell you. I have no genetic knowledge. I did the Ancestry.com saliva thingy. Now, my mother swears that she is French. And good night, Michelle. Oh, Rudy complexion. Okay. And I can't remember. So when I got the DNA back, of course, I never knew my natural father because he was out of the picture the day she found out she was pregnant with me. But anyway, nothing about French. Nothing. Yeah, that's me. Well, a mutt. That's me, a mutt. I'm a mutt. But my mother told me, because when you went to Gary, Indiana, I was in 10th grade, and the first question out of their mouth the first day of school is, what nationality are you? Because we had a whole melting pot of students from all over the world. You had Polish, Slovakian, Russian, German, what nationality are you? I looked at them like they had 3 heads. So I went home and I said to my mom, what nationality am I? Because that's what the first thing everyone keeps asking me. And she said, just tell them 57 Hines. I'm like, really? So it became a joke. I'm 57 Hines. So they all kind of accepted me. The only thing I did do in high school is they would be with me and they'd start talking in their language and I'll say, excuse me, guys, please speak English. Oh. Really? See, my mother, well, she actually has paperwork, and my sister did genealogy on our family that it would be my great-great-great-grandfather was a chief of a, let me think of the tribe. Not iguana. What's it called?
I don't know.
Give me the name. Starts with a Q, I think. Q. Good night, sister. My brain left. It's on vacation.
Iguana.
Roy's in there laughing. Iguana. It ain't iguana, but not Koya. Oh my goodness. Help me, Deb. Oh my gosh, what is it?
According to your son, it was probably a tribe of hoarders.
Oh, stop. That's funny, Brandy. What is it? Goinka? No. Oh, it'll drive me crazy. In the middle of the night, I'll go, oh yeah, that's what it was.
Iguana.
Not Quakers, no. I'm talking Indians. Native American Indians. Guanca? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, she has papers, and my sister found the same thing when she did the, whatever it's called, genealogy tree for the Mormon church. Can't think of what it's called. That's it. I wish you could say it out loud. Sequoia? Is that right? Sequoia? No, that don't sound right.
Sequoia.
Sequoia, but that don't sound right. No, that's not.
Iguana better.
Roy likes iguana better. I'm a lizard. Yep, that's me. Green with envy over Michelle's thing. Oh, good night, sister. Yeah, he's a real peach. Andrea said, be nice, Roy. No, it isn't that. It's, look, oh, I don't know. Dana said I'm a lizard mutt. Wow, now I'm a cross between a dog and a lizard. Thanks, Dana. So glad I came in here to cheer things up. If you could say that out loud, that might spark something, Crafty. I'll ask my mom and write it down because I've got the brain of a pea. Yeah, I am one of a kind, that's for sure. My husband says I'm unique. Yep. I think that's it, Crafty, but I can't pronounce it because I'm... Well, somebody has to love me because sometimes I'm just not all there, you know. No, I am definitely not Cherokee. Well, I don't know what I am, but it wasn't in the Cherokee. The Cherokees are a huge tribe. Now, did you say you're half Indian? I am God's child. That's right. Aw, thanks, Brandy. Dana, behave. Oh, you guys are funny tonight. So who wants to come and help me finish assembling IKEA things and putting things away? Northeast Indian tribes. Because if you're half Indian, makes your children a quarter Indian. They're still, I think they're still, you vote for Roy doing, thanks. Are able to get college in that, at least in New York State. Andrea, come on up, girl. I told you. I got painting to do. Come on up. Or down. Come on down. You're down. I'm down from you. Yeah. But Roy just caused her to choke on her French fries.
What'd I do?
Being silly Roy.
What'd I do?
I'm sorry, Deb. I'll go knock him out later.
You just slither over in your living
That's me. I got my decaf coffee. You got it, girl. I only got 1 cup of regular today because by the time we got back from IKEA, it was too late for me to have my 2nd cup of regular coffee. So this is actually my 2nd cup of decaf today, which is very unusual for me. But I can't drink coffee after 2 o'clock regular because, like I said, I'm a horrible sleeper and I wouldn't sleep at all. So I don't do caffeine after 2 o'clock. Dang the luck. Now, Roy could drink a whole pot of coffee tonight and sleep like a log.
I'm not a lizard.
The phone in the background is amazing. Whose phone? You heard him, didn't you, Dana? And Andrea. The phone in the background? What phone? I don't have a phone in the background. You tell me where you see a phone. I do not see a telephone. My phone is not in here, I don't think.
Where's your little handheld one?
My telephone is what she's talking about.
Where's your little old-fashioned one?
Oh, that's what she's talking about. Okay, never mind. Sorry, Brandy. We live in such a modern world. I just, whoop. Oh my gosh. Oh, duh, Judy. I know. Oh, That is cool, Deb. That is cool. Well, we watch a lot of History Channel. We don't watch regular channels. We watch a lot of History and Discovery and that. And we have watched some cool ones on that. That phone. The joke is, I was actually trying to buy a different antique phone. I thought about it and thought about it. And when I went back, the guy was gone. Whatever. He had a whole bunch of antique phones. So we kept walking through, and I think Roy was the one that spotted this, and he said, you know what, we're going to take this home. The grandkids won't even know what it is. Well, guess what? As soon as they walked in the door, what a cool phone. They knew what it was.
That came from an auction, Judy.
Or an auction. Was that what it was? I can't remember.
You wouldn't let me buy the fish for your sister.
Oh, I wouldn't let him buy the fish that sings for my sister. Because my sister would eat fish 3 meals a day if you let her. That's funny. You call your kids muggles? That's cute. Good kids raised right. Half-breeds. Oh, honey, I'm 1,000 breeds, so whatever. Of course, back in the days, they were called half-breeds, half-breds, or something like that, right?
They were all Roy, nothing going on, just my smartphone kicking my ass. I feel it.
Okay, Misty, thank you so much for coming by, and I will message you later. God bless. Take care, honey. Yeah, don't forget to untie them before you put them to bed. We have a lot of fun, that's for sure. That's right. That is exactly it. Yep. So, oh my gosh, I wouldn't even be here if you had to stick with one thing. My mom doesn't even know what she is. She thinks she does, but it didn't show up in my bloodline, so I don't know. No French showed up in my line. And I told her that. She was madder than a hornet, so I just let it go. Just let it go.
Pronounces her name wrong, too.
Yeah, well, her name is Eloise, which most people pronounce Eloise. But my grandmother raised her telling her her name is Eloise. It was a French name that my great-grandmother came up with. So my mother says, well, my great-grandmother, her grandmother came from France. Elle of something France. Okay, Dana. Love you, girl. Thanks for coming by. So, you know, but she pronounces it Eloise. She said if it was Eloise, there'd be a U in it. Well, the funny thing is there's a lady in our town that has the same. Okay, 8 o'clock. I will try to remember to be there. Good night, Carrie. Thank you for coming. Dana is going live tomorrow for another redraw, right? Way to go, Deb. Okay, honey. Thank you. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for praying. God bless. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the whole thing with us, is that we don't even know what we are. Giveaways for those who are on live. Okay. 8 o'clock, Patricia. Eastern time. Mighty night. I got to write that down. 8 o'clock, Dana. Okay. So, but anyway, so don't forget, comment on what you want people to remember you by, okay? How do you want people to remember you, either in your crafty world or your grown-up world, whatever you want to call it. Yes, it was fun. We always try and have fun, Deb. I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I do like to have a good time and stuff like that. So anyway, you guys have a blessed night. I'm going to go because we've been on here about an hour and a half, and it is time for me to get my swollen legs up because we were on concrete all day today. Oops, sorry. So they're a little achy. So I will be back on Sunday, and I will see you guys on Dana's live feed tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So you guys have a good evening. Continue to pray for the people that spoke out today that need prayer. And pray for each other and be kind. Be kind to somebody tomorrow or tonight. God bless. Bye-bye.